This has been a crazy year when it comes to getting these flu-like. I had this whole thing all over again yesterday, where you get a headache and you can't get rid of it, and you're feeling all stuffed in the head and offset stomach and all of that. But you're hearing from people the flu-like symptoms. Neurovirus, I think, is what they're saying that it was. And it just keeps coming back. We get hit again. Then you hear these stories about somebody goes into the hospital and they come out and they've got some super virus or super germ, or somebody goes off on vacation and there's a parasite. I mean, it just seems like I don't ever remember it like this. And Tom Paladino is an alternative healing expert, and people are now turning to alternative ways of trying to fix these issues. And Tom's on the line right now. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
So is it bacteria and these super germs and parasites? Is it worse today than ever before, or are we just noticing it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Many times we've seen the over prescription of antibiotics, and in so doing, many of the germs today have adapted. And that's an ongoing problem. That's not going to stop. So we do see the emergence of new drug-resistant pathogens.
Yeah. And again, it's just more and more. I hear people that will go off on vacation. They come back with some problem. A friend I know that actually came back and he had what looked like it was a mosquito bite. But it got worse, and it got bigger, and it got bigger, and they didn't know what it was. Now they think it turned out to be Lyme disease. And they just had no idea. Or it could have been a parasite. We just don't know. So how do you attack these things holistically? How are you able to do that?
Sure. I work with energy. My approach is quite different. I do not work per se with drugs. I work with energy, an energy source known as scalar energy. And the way I attack a germ, a pathogen, is at its molecular level. I am able, with this scalar energy, I have instruments that control this energy known as scalar energy. I can release the molecular bonds of a germ. If I can release the chemical bonds, then that germ falls apart. And this is what I have achieved with great success.
And what do you have to do? Do you use some sort of a machine, or what are you using?
That's correct. It's a machine. I've developed it. It is a scalar energy instrument. It's not an electrical instrument, so to speak. And with this instrument, I've perfected it. I've calibrated so that I can break apart any virus, any bacterium, any fungus. So essentially what I'm saying is I've discovered the cure for pathogenic disease.
This sounds crazy to me. Has this actually worked?
Did you just call him crazy?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't say he was crazy. I said this sounds crazy to me.
Oh, you did say it that way, yeah. This does sound crazy, Tom.
I know, but once the world realizes the wonders of scalar energy and how versatile of an energy this is, scalar energy allows me to have direct control over molecular matter. That's why it works.
Hey, Tom, do you know what they call alternative medicine that works?
Medicine.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to mention...
Maybe you won't be alternative after all when it's said and done.
He's talking about the energy in the body, et cetera. Your wife is now on this acupuncture, which has to do with regulating your chi, which is your blood flow and your energy.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think it's excellent. By the way, another term for scalar energy could be chi or prana.
Oh.
There are two energies in the universe. You have electromagnetic energy, and there's another energy called scalar. Mm-hmm. Nikola Tesla, the great scientist, worked with scalar energy.
So, for instance, my wife has an autoimmune disorder. She has Sjogren's syndrome, among some other issues. And nothing, you go on the medicines, and, then the medicines get, more severe, and so do the side effects. It's just she also has migraines. Have you ever found anything to work with migraines with scalar energy?
I've been successful. If people have a virus that's past the blood-brain barrier or a bacterium, and that pathogen is infecting, say, their spinal cord or their brain, then I can provide relief for a migraine headache. Some people have had low-grade fevers or some type of a persistent headache or migraine for years.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be attributed to a pathogen, a germ in the brain. Sometimes.
Somebody just got their
cured.
wings or something. I don't know. What was that?
Somebody got their wings.
The hell was that? I don't know what that was, Tom, but either way, so you use a machine, and are you the only person on Earth with this, or are other people doing it? What?
No, I think I'm the only one who's calibrated a scalar energy instrument that can break apart a germ. So
Great.
to answer your question, I don't think there's anybody else who has this capability.
So you're really expensive then.
Well, I'd like to open up a free clinic. That's my overarching consideration.
Where are you located, Tom?
I live in Florida, the state of Florida.
And are you getting response, or people in terms of people in the medical world? Are they looking and saying, "Well, this might be something worth looking at"?
I would say that this is the year.
This is,
although
okay.
I've tried to promulgate what I've done. It's more or less been ignored, but I don't think you can ignore the diagnostic tests that I'm able to prove the eradication of viruses and bacteria.
And even the superbugs. You say you can fight superbugs.
Yes. A superbug poses no greater challenge to me than that of a pathogen that can easily be destroyed or by way of an antibiotic. And why do I say that?
Yeah, why do you say that?
I can control the molecular bonds of a germ. If you can do that and negate those molecular bonds, it doesn't matter how virulent the germ is.
And acupuncture, you're really good with that. You feel that is. So you think my wife's going down a good road by doing acupuncture?
I think there's so many different healing modalities that have to be explored. I'm not against Western medicine.
Yeah.
But by the same token, we have to explore other types of healing modalities.
If you can if you could cure your problem without, like I have an acid reflux issue, and I was on pretty strong prescription of what's it called?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Omeprazole. And it's 40 milligrams twice a day. It's 80 milligrams, which I think is the maximum. 80 milligrams a day of omeprazole, and I've been on for really almost a couple of years. It completely solved my problem. But now I'm watching on TV, and they're talking about how people are having kidney failure with no warning signs whatsoever, and it's been caused by taking these drugs for a longer period of time. So I immediately went off it, and I just changed my diet, and I don't have acid reflux anymore. So there are ways, if you can do it without taking pills, sometimes you have no choice. But if you can do it without taking a pill, you're better off, right?
I agree. And it's been said so many times, food is our medicine. And people have to once again explore how food is not only for nourishment, it is indeed medicine. It can repair the body.
All right. So if somebody is interested, how is there any way to get help from you?
Sure. I have a website, selfhealgo.com. First of all, take a look at the website that explains my work. If you're really engaged, call me. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back. It's as simple as that.
And for the record, how many people during the history of the world have been considered wackos, right? Nut jobs. And when history is all said and done, we look back at them as a genius, right? It happens. Yeah. It's all throughout our history. So maybe
it's a matter of perspective.
I guess it is.
It's just a way of how you look at things. It's a matter of perspective. If you can understand something eventually, it no longer is foreign or esoteric.
All right. And what is your website, Tom?
Selfhealgo.com.
Selfhealgo.com. All right, I'm glad. I don't know what to think, but I'm certainly glad we took you today. I hope you are onto something really big here.
Thanks you, sir. Thanks for the time.
All right, thanks so much. Got a break.